Hi everybody, it's the Arkansas hiker. So where I been, right? Where's Arkansas been, right? Well, first I want to take a moment. By the way, I have my notes because I am an engineer and got to have my plan, right? But I want to apologize to everybody for dropping off the trail of the Appalachian Trail, that is, and not communicating. There's a few different reasons. I'll show you a couple little video clips here, but on May 26, 2024, when I was hiking down to Parisburg from Angel's Nest, I believe is what it's called, I got informed that that previous night, Saturday night, tornado F2 had struck my town, Rogers, Arkansas. It had damaged my house, it damaged where I work, and it damaged my community and my neighbors. I made a series of calls. First thing was my trail boss, Tiffany, informed me that access to my home wasn't there. I had large trees down. I'll show you a couple photos here. And it appeared to be roof damage. And then I got videos from my co-workers, Trent and David at Glad, showing just terrible destruction to the plant. So I called up my manager, Brian, and I asked him, I said, hey, how bad is it? And he's like, it's bad. I might even send him a text. But I got in communication with him nonetheless. And I said, do you need my help? And he said, yes, we could use your help. It's pretty bad. So in a nutshell, the damage to my plant was estimated between $15 and $17 million. Damage to my home wasn't as bad. It was more things I could fix myself, though I did have the insurance company come out and take a look at the roof to get that fixed. I still have trees down. And I unfortunately had to leave the trail. I mean, I still believe in my heart it was the right thing to do. When the chips are down, you know, I learned that maybe from the military. You don't just always serve in the military to take care of your country. You can take care of your country one neighbor, one business, one coworker, one community at a time. So I got on a plane and I hopped back to Northwest Arkansas, and it was super sad. Not just because I lost my trail. I was at mile 638 in Parisburg. I lost a very valuable, very meaningful relationship that I was building with a trail partner named Trip. He's from Nebraska. And then I went back and everything was tore up. It was like, I often said the only thing that would get me off the trail that year was an act of God. And that's exactly what happened. So for whatever reason, I wasn't meant to finish that year. But the thing is I know I could have got on and done this video and uploaded it. I don't know, the whole experience just kind of added to the loss of Jamie. I was talking about loss. I was dealing with her loss, celebrating her life. And I got back to work, and it was just, you know, long days, long hours, lots of reconstruction, managing, and I just lost track. And I'm ashamed of not letting at least the few subscribers I have, particularly those that are close to me, like friends and family, know what was going on. I did post something on my Facebook account, but that doesn't catch everybody. So those that have stayed on my subscription to want to see me finish this journey, I thank you, and I really appreciate it. So what's next for John here? So let me go over my notes. So again, left Parisburg, Virginia, mile 638, 2024. I pretty much just worked the whole time. I mean, just nonstop work. It was a busy time for all of us, and then I did experience some things on the trail that I thought, well, try to turn a lemon into lemonade. I have something in both my feet called Morton's neuroma. It's just a growth of nerve bundle between my third and fourth toe space. And I went ahead and held that dealt with. I had surgeries in January and February in St. Louis to relieve the burning, painful condition. I also had my plantar fasciitis, which I had talked to y'all about in my heels. That comes with age and wear and tear. I had that dealt with as well at Feet for Life. So far, so good. I went from probably hiking every day between an 8 and a 10 on pain level in my feet to now when I hike, I'm around a 1 or 2. Probably normal stuff, right? So, and you can see I'm out hiking today. I'm actually coming to you from a Roaring River, Devil's Kitchen Trail. It's only a 1.5 miles. I'm going to do, I like to come down to this part because they have one of my favorite trails, which is the Fire Tower Loop. And I love just going up on the Fire Tower. I love doing that loop. Mainly I like hiking down here because a lot of the trails interact with the Roaring River, which I just enjoy the sound of water. And it's been proven that hiking along water, whether it be lakes, which is the Karst Trail I do, or Roaring River here, it just helps to relieve stress and anxiety and just the overall world, right? And so I did that through the last year. So, what's going on with me? Am I going to finish the hike? My goal is to finish the hike this year, and maybe even go on to do the whole thing again. But I have so what's changed, right? Am I on leave of absence with my job again? I'm not on leave of absence. Unfortunately, the state of the condition of the company, with changes they were doing, not related to the tornado, but just the company's changes, didn't allow for me to resume my 4-week leave of absence. Obviously, I haven't coming back and hearing the call, coming back and addressing, we got the plant fixed. The plant, other than a few roofs they want to replace, which is it's 99.9% fixed. We obviously have to replace some roofs that were heavily damaged, but it just wasn't in the cards. The leadership of Clorox didn't see fit to want to allow me to go. So I had a hard decision. It took me about 6 weeks after hearing that, and I made the decision to take a mini retirement. I don't know who knows what a mini retirement is, but look it up. Look it up online. Look it up on YouTube. It's anywhere from a 1 to 3 year period on whole where you just leave work. You have the financial means to take care of yourself, leave work, and go pursue a few things that you want to do before you get too old. And that's my concern. Is I've got 2 artificial hip joints. They're resurfaced. I have 2 feet surgeries, 3 knee surgeries. I mean, obviously, our bodies are machines and not going to hold up. And I need to get the benefit of these expensive surgeries to, people, to get things done. Obviously, other people buying fancier houses, buying fancier cars. I try to strike a line, but I definitely wanted to stay mobile. And I've spent quite a bit of time of suffering, recoveries in the years and the surgeries to enable me to do this. So what's the plan? Well, I've gotten everything straightened up at house. It took me about 5 weeks from leaving my job to get everything straightened. I removed some assets and asset liability that was dragging me down financially and also emotionally. One of them was, and my friends would know this, is I recently sold a boat that Jamie and I bought. We bought a double-decker pontoon boat with a slide. Gosh, so many good memories on that boat with the family and friends out on the lake. And since she died, I have never used it, and it's now been 5 years. And I've maintained it. I've kept it clean. That's just what I do. It's a passion of mine to repair and fix things. It's just how I'm driven. So, but after leaving my job at Glad, I finally decided it's time to move on from that boat. So I sold the boat. I thought I'd never see her go, but then I didn't think I'd see Jamie disappear either. It's about moving on to this hike, making this hike the most important thing I can get to. So I have several options. What are my options? Well, I can start where I left off in Pearisburg, but I'm now I'll be about 6 weeks behind where I was. That would put me getting into Katahdin mid to late October. So that's one option. The other option is I can go up to Katahdin. I can summit there, and I can hike south. And this is the prime time. June, mid-July is the prime time for starting in Katahdin and going southbound. So it'd be interesting, right? I mean, I did northbound and experienced that and the bubble and all those things, and then I go southbound, and there would be a little bit more solitude. I'll still meet people. I'll meet northbounders, but it won't have those long-lasting relationships. And that's what I'm wanting to get at. So maybe another option is to, start in the Shenandoahs, go up there, hike to Katahdin with the rest of the group, then come back to Shenandoahs and hike to Pearisburg, where it'll be warmer, especially in the Whites. It gets so cold fast right there. I think right now at the top of Katahdin it's 60, 62 on a good day, but surprise snowstorm can happen. So that's a lot. So my trail boss Tiffany, which was Jamie's best friend, she's also I'm also in a relationship with her because she's a wonderful person, and she's been in mine and Johnny's life since Johnny was born, and Jamie's life as well. And Jamie trusted her implicitly. I trust her too, and she's always got my back. So thank you, Tiffany. It's because of her I can actually even envision doing this again, because I got 2 cats. Who's going to take care of the cats? Oh gosh, they're clingy, right? Johnny's cat and Jamie's cat now become my cat, right? So anyways, she's got a surgery possibly coming up in the next week or 2, and so I'm kind of on hold for that, because when I had my feet surgery, she took care of me. And I got to be there for that too. So it might mean a little later start, but I will be back on the trail. But right now, my current goal is in the next week to 10 days, maybe less. By the way, when you hike north and then you skip ahead, I can hike. One of the things I could do is a flip flop. I can hike from Pearisburg until as far as I think I can reasonably get. And if it looks like I won't make Katahdin, I can jump ahead, go to Katahdin, and then hike south. And that whole process of bouncing around is called a flip-flop. You can go north, you can go south, or you can flip-flop. Flip-flop gives you more flexibility because I can enjoy going north like I was to the drop dead date, right? Whatever that may be, working out and then hop up and come down. But as Tripp said, part of the whole trail was to finish at Katahdin, and I got to remember that and see how I can get there. So I just hate to finish at Katahdin and still have miles left. Who knows? And I get done, I may jump back down to Pearisburg and hike south to Amicalola Falls, Springer Mountain. That way I do the whole thing in a year. So be a purist. That was a goal of mine too. So anyways, I have 5 more videos that from my trail hike in 2024, starting at Hot Springs. And I'm going to be publishing those. I'm going to be editing those. I've already started editing them, coming out with the hot spring to Irwin, Tennessee. And I'll be putting those out following this video. The next day will be that video. And then maybe every 2 or 3 days, I'll have the other ones released. It takes a while to do these videos. For every hour of video you create, I think it takes 3 to 4 hours of editing. I will try to shrink it down a little bit more. I've been around the 50 to an hour range. Some folks have said they want it smaller, while others like it bigger. So maybe I'll make my goal somewhere around 30 to 35 minutes on these videos. It's just such a wonderful experience. There's so much that happens, but I guess I should entice y'all to go out and want to do it yourself. You can't see everything unless you go and do it yourself. Yeah, so, I think that's about it. I'm just slowing down a little bit. I want to appreciate all my co-workers at GLAD that for the 2 months I was on trail, they held down the fort. And they've always been super supportive. So many people, Tom and Lance and Sherry, Debbie, so many, Tritt and David, Pat, and just wonderful people that who are older like me, and they know the value of losing someone. Thank you for all your support. They've supported me. I hate to have left the company. I enjoy that. I enjoyed that job because of the people. But Jamie taught me that loss is inevitable. I lost her. I lost, we've all lost people, grandparents and family. Some of us that may be on here have lost spouses as well. It's not something you get over. It's something you travel with, and it influences you. And so leaving the job was just another loss. And obviously one I chose, but for hopefully a better way. So thanks, and I look forward to seeing you on the trail. Please enjoy these few films from last year. One of the guys I mentioned was Trip. You'll see him. I got to hike with him the last 7 to 10 days, maybe a couple of weeks. Time flies, and he's a really great guy. So, and I did do an interview, so if you stick around for the last video from last year, you'll get to know a little bit more about Trip.